Hi, David Odell here with Odell Complete Concrete. This is part 2 of a 4-part series. This is pour day. We already showed in part 1 the entire setup and removal of what was here before. Now we're going to pour it. This is a 3000 psi. I added some fiber mesh in there. We got 3 bars running the long way, lengthways down the staircase. And this stuff's stacking up real nice. The forms held really well. No movement whatsoever, even on that retaining wall where we first started. And then of course we have all of the post holes. We got those holes. We got 2 holes every 5 feet all the way down these. And then I just oiled these up, these forms, the day of the pour. Put some Mobile One synthetic, full 100% synthetic, right out of my truck. Of course, I diluted a little bit with diesel fuel, just so I can blow it through the sprayer. All that bracing running down the stairs, that was what I ripped, because all these risers are rips. So all the excess I used as bracing material. There's your top landing. There's actually 3 staircases up this hillside. They're going to all have railing as well. Hand railing, 1 5/8". We'll show that in this video also. They actually assembled it on site and welded it and fastened it. And we also primed and painted. And inevitably, these landings, each one of these cases will connect together with a walkway. That could be another phase in the future. I didn't oil all the way up on these plywood panels. I just oiled where the actual concrete was going to go. Now we put we stuck our hand float underneath all these risers. That way we have a clean edge. When we pull this riser out, we should be able to throw our cove in relatively easy and get a nice radius on that inside edge. Also, what I'm going to do on some of those longer staircases, this one's not that long, so I don't need a control joint in it. But on those long ones, I'm going to go ahead and saw cut at the bottom of the riser. Some saw cuts for crack control. There's a lot of these steps, they always crack at the bottom where that transition is. So I like to make a saw cut along there. That way when it does crack, it's kind of hidden. These forms came away real easy too, with that oil on there. And the nice thing about the fiber mesh is we were able to take these risers off fairly early, and the fiber kind of helps hold its shape so it doesn't sag off on you. So we have 2 screw guns going, one on each side of these, pulling the screws out for the riser, and then it falls apart real easy. No stakes in the concrete at all. On the hand railing we're doing, it's going to be 1 5/8" tube steel. And it's only going to be on one side. This is all 1/2 inch radius tools. We have the top tool, which is 1/2 inch. We have the bottom cove, that's a 1/2er. This particular step height over here is about 4.5 inches, 4 3/4. Then once we trowel all this out, we're going to hit it with a horsehair broom. 50% nylon, 50% horsehair. You don't want to leave these smooth, otherwise you could slip off of it if they're wet. The width on these are 3 feet 3 inches. Here's our last staircase. This was the highest one. And these risers are running about 5 inches. Here we are on the monolithic pour, retaining wall and staircase. That edger there's seen better days. There's a nice looking finished product. But we're going to show the handrail is also on this. And it's going to be about 2-week cure out with the handrail on there momentarily. Here's that saw cutting I was talking about earlier. These are your control joints. The steps always have a tendency to crack right at the base of who knows which one, but I put cuts about every 5 feet all the way down. Now here we are about 2 weeks later, getting ready to put that hand railing up. Well, this first one's an easy one because it's straight. The last two are a little difficult because we have to bend the tube steel in the shape of the steps. Now, while all this was going on, I actually raised the retaining wall on this job also, and that's going to be the next part to this series, the retaining wall raising, and also we're going to stucco, brown and stucco it. Well, here's after it's all polished up and smoothed out, just about ready to hit it with some primer. After we hit it with the primer, we'll hit it with 2 coats of finished paint. Here's the mounting system. We're using some galvanized. These screw right into the concrete. So there's 4 fasteners that are going to be mounting right into the concrete. Now here's the existing. We've already raised this particular wall here that it's actually setting on top of. We already went up a course. The height of these handrails have to be within 34 to 38 inch height to beat a code. So anywhere in there. These happen to be at 35 inches. So any stairs, if you have more than 2 steps, you're supposed to have a hand railing. This is a real simple hand railing. It doesn't take away from, it's not a real eyesore. It's pretty simple. Anyway, thanks for watching, and make sure you stay tuned for the next one, because that's when we're going to be raising the retaining wall. Have a good one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Have a good one. Bye.